Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to Trade Setup and the afternoon wrap for the 25th of October. Okay, we're coming into the close of the ASX200. We're only a few minutes away. We'll go through the close and the price action from the day and levels we could be looking at potentially for tonight. Also, we'll go through the Aussie dollar, same sort of scenario. Look at the euro. We're also going to go through the DAX, the European DAX index, and the S&P 500. Okay, we've got the ASX 200 30-minute chart. We're just coming to the close. We're showing here, we've got two levels marked up this morning of 54.08 and 54.25, pretty much our key levels for intraday trades. We're looking for that. That was potentially, if that was going to hold up, then we were looking for that move up into that resistance level. Otherwise, if this was going to hold up, really that had to hold up for consolidation, but we sort of had to hold this downtrend and roll over from there and take out 54.08 for a retest down to 53.78. As we had it, the markets opened up quite strong, initially tested that zone at 54.25 and then just blew straight through it, taking out the next resistance level at 54.32. And what we were talking about at that stage in the stream was really just as it was extended quite strong into that 54 zone, we expected that washout. Now we did get that washout, and the important thing to notice is that once you get that lower high, it's a good sign that we're just going to get some back and fill, meaning that we're just going to contract lower for the rest of the day, potentially back down to this 54.32. And that's what we got sort of coming into the close now. We've got that initial push up higher, big washout of those highs, and we really just touched up towards this high here at 54.60, touch higher than that, and then just pull back, had another go at it, and really couldn't get through that 54 zone, and then just we've headed lower since then. So price action today, I'd expect that sort of going into tonight. We may get a bit more back and fill, retest that low, and then we want to see if we can actually hold these higher lows and then build our way back up through 54, with the US tonight, and push up through those highs and finish on a high note the early hours of tomorrow morning. But we'll see how that plays out. Okay, the Australian dollar 1 hour chart here. We can see that support zone. It was around the 75.84. We were speaking about that this morning. Now that's held up, and it's actually held a minor inside level at 75.90. We were looking for that to edge higher today. It did wash out that the overnight low around that 75.95, touched down towards that 90 zone, and then it's just bounced off there and it's taken out these inside highs at 76.16. Now that's not a bad little price action pattern there. We could potentially find that as a major higher low above that 75.10 support zone down here. Now if that can hold up, we got a key level here at 76.40. Now if we can push up through there, potentially we go to 76.50. We may roll over as we just wash out that zone and build that high low to go again and push our way out, work our way up to 77.10. Remembering that longer term structure, we are looking towards that inverted head and shoulders scenario there. So if that's the case and we have that washout at 77 and 77.10, we could be looking longer term up towards 77.50 and wash out some of those really long term short positions there, but we'll see how that plays out. Okay, over to the euro. We've got a couple of solid levels here, the daily levels. We've got 109.13, or that sort of 13.15 zone, and we've got it way down here at 105, say 20. That's a major daily support zone there. We've just tried to drill out a bit here on the 4-hourly chart. Now we just pushed through that 109.13 support level, and we're holding below that at the moment. We did push down into oversold territory, as we can see down here, and we're just potentially we could be bouncing just at the moment, so we can just take a bit of a drill down. So we can see that market is really sold off and sold through that 111.30 area, this support zone here. We've got that push through, bounce back in, which you expect a lot on the currencies, a bit of a washout, bounce back in, and it's made a lower high, and we've had that really serious push through and wiped out all those potential long positions there. We've had that edge our way down, and at the moment we've got a key level, sort of the two levels we're just looking at really short term is at 108 or so 109 zone, and this is just a minor level at 108.56. Now if we get a push through there, we could just get a washout, or we could just get continuation. This resistance up here at 109 could hold, and that could push down and just work its way back down to like that daily support Now if that doesn't, if this holds up, we may get a washout and pop back up and just break this level to the top side 109. Really could just be deeper correction, and then that pullback on that 4-hourly chart, and then roll over from there, build that lower high. At the moment, the key level holding this trend down is at right up at 110.21. So there's a bit of room to move. We could contract a bit, build that major lower high below that 110.23 zone or 20 zone, and then roll over from there. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, looking at the daily chart here on the DAX 30 or the German 30, that looks quite positive, really. We've had some price action, major longer term contraction lower. We've made some lower highs and then lower lows. As we can see, it's edging down. The key level at the moment on the daily chart is right up at 11,388 at the moment. The thing is, we pushed down and we built this high low. It's in here at around that 91.52, and that was back in, I think, June, end of June sometime. And we pushed up and we've sort of broken that downtrend. Now we've been consolidated for quite a while there and held above that 10,235 support level there, and we're right up near some resistance at 10,825. So you can see that the problem is we are in overbought territory, so we could just wash that out, pull back, build another higher low, and then go right through and just stair step our way back up to 11,388 or even potentially higher. So if we see that hold and that price action hold, we do expect a push higher into that key level at 11,388, and then we'll have to see how we go from there. But again, we are in overbought territory, so we do expect a bit of reaction off this level lower, but we'll see how that plays out. Okay, this is the S&P 500. It's an hourly chart here. We've drilled out. Obviously, we've gone over this quite a bit. We can see that support zone held at 21.15 after a major washout below that level down to 21.10. So we've got that major support that's just holding, and then we're holding higher lows at the moment. So we've got one here at 21.23, then we held one at 21.32. Did get that washout, then pretty much bounced straight back and took out the resistance at 21.50. So that's nice price action. We've got to remember that is trending lower, so longer time frame we've got some lower highs building here. We are targeting that. We could potentially just target up through 21.55 up to say 21.60 zone, and then roll over from there, have a bit of a washout, then roll over longer term. We are in overbought on the hourly chart there, so it's going to be interesting to see what sort of price action we get from here. But basically from that 21.15 we are holding higher lows, and the trend up is up at the moment. It would be the two key levels really we're looking at just at the moment is 21.55 tonight and 21.46. Now if that 21.55 holds, we'll potentially see that roll over and we get a deeper correction heading towards that 21.32. Now if 21.46 holds, just holds that trend up, I'm sort of expecting that washout to the 21.55 up towards 21.60, but we'll see how that goes later on tonight. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/TradeSetup AU, and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.